Hey there, you guys. So I have a little Desmos activity for you today. You're going to be matching some cards. On some of the cards, you're going to have a little story, and on some other cards, you're going to have a graph, and you have to match the ones that go together. So, like, for example, you have this one. They're all about Tom. This one says, Tom skateboarded from his house, gradually building up speed. Then he slowed down to avoid some rough ground, but then speeded up again. So I need to figure out which graph goes with this story. So on all of these graphs, boy, that just got really big. Oh my goodness. So see how it says distance from home? So like at the bottom down here is home. At the very bottom, it's home. And then as you get farther away from home, the graph kind of goes up. So like over here, it looks like the person starts away from home. And then as this graph comes down, they're approaching home. What about this one? Can I raise that? No, let me see if I can just drag it where you can see it. There we go. On this one, they start at home, and then they go away from home, and then they come back home, and then they leave again. Now, when I let go, it's going to try to pair with something. So see how it's highlighted blue with this card that says Tom skateboarded, blah, blah, blah. If I let go of it here, it's going to pair with this one. I don't want it to, so I'm going to just drag it over here and let it pair with this other graph and not worry about it. That's fine. You're going to find as you're shuffling these cards around, it gets a little messy. It's definitely easier in full screen, but one thing you can do is once you have a couple matched, you can hit this little arrow, and it kind of gets them out of the way. Now, those two cards didn't go together, so if I wanted to pull them back apart, I could just pull this one out right there. And it matched with something else. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. What I want to do is match this graph right here with this story right here. Let me just go ahead and put them together, and then we'll talk about it. So let's read it once more. It says, Tom skateboarded from his house, gradually, hold up. Okay, so first he started at his house. That's right here. This bottom line is kind of like the house, because distance from home, well, if you're at home, the distance is 0, right? Okay, so it says he gradually built up speed. So here he is. He starts slower and then he gets faster. And then it says he slowed down to avoid some rough ground. That's what he's doing right here. He's slowing down to get over that rough spot. And then he speeded up again. So this is him speeding up again. Now the story doesn't say anything about him coming back home. So the line ends away from home. If the story said something about coming back home, the line should come down at some point and end back here at the bottom line, kind of like this graph over here does. See how that one ends back at home? Oh, darn it. My goodness. This is just so fun. Anyways, they like to jump all over the place, but you see, there it goes again. But see, this one does not end at home. This one that I'm trying to grab, this one that I'm moving right now, it does end at home, right? Because the line goes up and over and then comes back home. Okay, so anyways, you're going to match your story with your graph. Once you have something matched, go ahead and minimize it like that and just kind of tuck it out of the way somewhere so you have more room to work with the other cards. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Be sure after you're done with the activity to write the little reflection. I was just asking you, I think I said which one of these was the most challenging and why. So you're going to write that on the 3rd page of this activity, and then you can just copy and paste whatever you wrote into the submission box for Canvas. Okay, and be sure to use your real name on the Desmos so I can log in there and see what you're doing too. Thanks for watching. Have fun with the activity.